Hello and welcome to another episode of WIC Commander. We have today Rigo, Streetwise Mentor. Now this is a interesting commander who has seen like some attention, but not a massive amount, and I think it deserves a whole lot more. This is basically the commander that cares about you attacking with creatures that have power 1 or less, because we draw cards. It comes into play with a shield counter on, which is like super helpful because it means that it dodges a lot of removal on the first try, and can also attack quite well. We have some alternate win conditions in this deck because having a bunch of cheap creatures that all have 1 power or less means that winning through attacking isn't always necessarily the best way to go. We have the new Halo Fountain, which means that we can win through having 15 creatures on the board, along with having 5 white mana. We also have Approach of the Second Sun, because why not? We also have Triskaidekaphile in the deck, because we draw quite a lot of cards in the deck, Toxie being a big one, Toski, pardon me, being a big one who cares a lot about us having a wide board. We also have the classic Craterhoof Behemoth from a Fierce Empath when we have a nice big wide board, because we have a whole bunch of creatures with power 1 or less, and they often make other creatures or like help stall the board out, things like Hushbringer. We also have things like Hanged Executioner, Fairground Warden. We also have Deputy of Detention in creature-based removal. We also have the new card Rabble Rousing, which has Hideaway 5, which we don't really care about because most of our stuff is really cheap. But the second effect means that we almost double the amount of creatures we have every turn. So, yeah, Seagate, we have a bunch of lands as well. Most of these you want to come into play untapped because this is quite, it's not fast. Well, it is kind of fast, but it's, you don't want to be like stalling around with tap lands and temples and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, most of this stuff comes into play untapped. Then we also have a Heliod's Intervention just to get rid of those pesky enchantments and artifacts that we're seeing a lot of these days. And we also have all this fun stuff. So anyway, Dusk, of course, Dusk Dawn. This is such a cool Dusk Dawn deck. It's a one-sided board wipe and also a one-sided get everything out of your graveyard kind of effect. So absolutely big fan of Dusk Dawn. Does a lot of work in this deck. So yeah, it might be the only deck you ever see Tome Raider ever in Commander, because it's a strictly worse version of that Spirit, which is like a 2-1 that also draws you a card with flying. And yeah, just a super bunch of fun cards, really. And of course, we have exotic pets. I love these fish. This whole fish thing going on. There's only 4 cards in the new Capenna set that make these fish, but they are awesome. These 2 fish will come into play with a shield counter and will be unblockable, so they're a bit of a problem to deal with. So Rigo draws his card every turn. We draw a bunch of cards, hopefully get to one of our payoffs for having loads of small creatures, and hopefully win the game. Super excited about this one, so yeah, thank you for checking it out today. Hope you subscribe, hope you enjoy the games, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we are on to our first game. This is, it's Feather. Okay, Feather could be a bit of a problem. I haven't played Feather in a really, really long time, actually. So what do we have in hand? We have Catilda, we have Soul Warden, we have Patch Up, and we have ourselves our classic Rigo. So they're going first, which doesn't bode too well anyway. But yeah, we'll just go with what we got here. The fortunate thing about Rigo is he's one of the new 5 commanders in the new Capenna colors, where you could just play mono white if you wanted to. So when you're kind of deciding what you're going to do with the lands you've got, you can just kind of be like, well, I've got 2 white. At least as long as you have 1 white and not 2 blue and 2 green, you can cast him on turn 3, and they concede. So I think we'll just not count that one. That's game 0. We'll move on to game 1 now. And we're on to game number 2, and it's another tricky one. It's what's its face? Jobby of Doodah. So we have a lot of our kind of rampy pieces. The only thing we can attack with here is Druid of the Cowl. They have Yawgmoth, who is nasty, and we don't really have anything to deal with the stuff they're going to be doing. So we'll just take the free mulligan here. Not too worried about it. Okay, yeah, that's good. Cool. So we can go Seagate into... Should we start with Lunark Veteran? Or should we start with the Goose? We can't start with the Goose, but either way, this is a nice hand. I think we want to start with the Veteran, really, don't we? So we'll do that. Problem is, they can kill most of our stuff in this matchup with the ability to just sacrifice creature to kill one of our creatures. Ooh, Carney Garden. That gives us another 1-1 that we can attack with, but I think we're safe at this point, so we'll just play the Sparrow's Headquarters and get him for 1. Death by 1,000 Cuts is the name of the game here, so what are they going to do? They've got the Blood Artist, which is fine, because, you know what? Rigo doesn't really care. We can get in, draw a card, and look, it's happened again. It's happened again. Okay, right. That one I'm counting as game 1, though, okay? Let's see how the other ones go. Right, now we're playing Davriel. I don't think Davriel will like the fact that we're drawing cards every turn, but you know, well, let's just see how they get on with it. I think we want to turn 1 Soul Warden, turn 2 Tangled Florahedron. Well, we're playing the Tangled Florahedron as a land unless they play something else, so yeah, let's Soul Warden. Now, we've done the classic mistake of keeping 2 green sources, which means we can't actually play Rigo. We need a blue source or a white source to actually be able to play Rigo, which we have not got, so I think we just play the Florahedron and hope that we get the land. It's been nice to have 2 creatures. If they have a wipe here, though, we're in trouble. But Davriel only has free loyalty, so you kind of want a decent board when they hit the board. Okay, yep, nothing going on so far. Rigo can't be destroyed, which is part of what makes it a bit busted. Like, it basically has temporary indestructibility. And... Oh, it's Beseiju who shelters everything. Well, we'll keep Beseiju. And we'll play the Spore Web Weaver. Okay, so I think this might be us kind of getting our problems back. Our, well, the universe balancing itself out for the 2 free wins we got because I kept a hand, which was a silly hand to keep. And now I think we're going to be regretting it. Spore Web Weaver is nice, though, because it's got a big 4 toughness, so it doesn't die to all the stuff that other stuff dies to if they have like some sort of everything gets minus this effect. So here they're probably going to draw the card and lose the life. No, they're going to give themselves... Oh, there's Glacial Fortress. Okay, now we're in business. And at this point we just want to attack with the Spore Web Weaver, really. Cool, there's the Halo Fountain. Halo Fountain, pretty busted card. Allows us to untap our creatures to do cool things. And of course we love untapping our creatures after they attack. They're going for the Solemn. We've gained 6 life now with the Soul Warden, so don't think we quite want to Beseiju this. And I think I want to hold on to Beseiju. If we get the choice, that is, because I think we're going to be discarding pretty soon. Oh, Sunpetal Grove, fantastic. So we can play the Halo Fountain, get in with Sporeback Weaver, and we might just be able to do a combat trick with Beseiju here, which might be pretty nice. No, okay, we're not going to do a combat trick with Beseiju. We'll play the Fairy Seer, because that's a flyer. Yep, cool. And then, ooh, the Reality Chip. Yeah, we want the Reality Chip. That's pretty nice. But we don't necessarily want the land. Maybe we do want the land. Either way, we've got Dusk. Dusk is going to do massive amounts here. And Triska Decaphile looks like it's well off. At least we can create a Citizen, which is going to be nice. Get ourselves up a bit further up. The Reality Chip, in fact, is questionable. And do we even think they have many creatures that are going to die to Dusk? Oh, okay, they're just going to kill 2 creatures on their board to Bankrupt in Blood. Yeah. Which means that they now have to discard a card. Oh, no, maybe not. Nice, okay. Yeah, we're fine for land, actually, so I don't think we're too bothered about this. Maybe they're going to attempt to kill the Sporeback Weaver, but... yeah, they like the Sporeback Weaver. I like the Sporeback Weaver, too. It's a rare, after all. Should see some play. Cool, we'll get our little Citizen. Of course, if we get 15, we win the game, as long as we have enough white mana. We can also just draw off the Halo Fountain, so that's quite nice. Reality Chip, we can... As long as it's attached to a creature, we play lands and cast spells. So yeah, we'll attach the Reality Chip to Rigo, because Rigo is pretty well protected. We have no blue yet, though, so that's going to have to wait. We do get some blue next turn, so I think we just attack, don't we? They only have 1/1s now, so I'm feeling pretty safe with attacking with everything but Rigo. Don't really mind losing much of this for the 5 damage. We can also untap 2 creatures to... Oh, and we can get the blue to off of Tide Channel Pathway. Okay, so yeah, we're losing the Sporeback Weaver, which is actually quite a nice card, so that's a bit of a shame. But the shield counters combined with reconfigure is pretty nice. How much does this cost? Free. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have attacked with the Tangled Florahedron. Yeah, we can still untap 2 creatures, and there's not a dying need to do the Reality Chip this turn. Well, maybe there is later. Why not? We'll attach the reality chip to Rigo, which makes, like, I think equipping and enchanting things with shield counters is pretty nice. Like, this is the only card that uses a shield counter, but because it's the commander, it becomes so relevant. Yep, they deal 1 damage to it. And I think that means that it is going to die next turn. But at least we can untap something to make it another citizen. Maybe they're going to kill everything. This feels like a board wipey turn, doesn't it? If they do, there is not any benefit to doing the Halo Fountain thing, but we don't gain a life off it, basically. But we're up to 36, and I'm not really even sure really how that happened. The Celestis, they've still not played Davriel. Choose a creature card, mana quest 1, 2, or 3. Do they have a 1, a 2, and a 3? That'd be really nice if they do. They've got a 2 and they've got a 3, so that's pretty cool. So this is less kind of discard based then, it's just kind of almost reanimate-y. I feel like we should have Soul Herder just for the sake of Rigo getting its shield counters back in a time of need. We'll untap the Florahedron, get our Citizen, and they've got Clinging to Dust there as well. Do we want to kill the Celestis? Nah, I don't think we do want to kill the Celestis. Cool, right, so we'll start doing the thing where we cast stuff off the top of our graveyard, off the top of our library. We'll kill the Celestis. So the reality chip really showing what it can do here. Fortunately, we can play that, can't we? So let's try and draw it instead. Again, they don't really have any decent blocks, and I'm kind of done with the Florahedron because board wipes are a thing. Oh, and we can play stuff again because we Legion lands just flipped. This is awesome. If anyone could look underneath the Ornithopter of Paradise, we'd have a really good idea of what lands we want to tap for it, really. But yeah, we'll play the Ornithopter, let the auto thing decide. The Grateful Apparition can stay in hand, I think. Yeah. This is only here. This is here to proliferate the shield tokens on Rigo. These two together, like you play this turn 2, you play this turn 3, then it just keeps getting shield tokens, which makes it a nightmare to deal with. We lose 1 life from the Lot Left Giant, which, let's face it, could be worse. In fact, the only way it could be better is if they had no creatures. So, cool, let's untap our citizens, make another citizen. How many creatures are we up to? Do we get the Halo Fountain win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so we need 6 more creatures. Okay, that's achievable, actually. Because we can do it in response to attacking, can't we? So, Scooty Scoot. Shame we played a land already this turn. Triska, Hanged Executioner. Grateful Apparition. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we can't play 2 more creatures, that's a shame. Yes, we can. We can do Triskaidekaphile by doing this and this. And then we could do 1 to untap a creature to do this. And then we have 15 creatures. We'll just attack with 1, which will be the Fairy Seer. That way we can hold up the Seiju. Look at this, isn't this ridiculous? This is like Raffello, but just cooler in my mind. So yeah, we can just do this to win the game, can't we? Oh, we're going to do the Halo Fountain win. And it's not even with like a token-based deck. They can deal quite a lot of damage, but we don't mind. Oh, I haven't seen Gravewalker in ages. I think that was one of my first rares when you get Magic on MTGA. Yep, we'll take all of it. Come on, let's do the Halo Fountain win. 1, 2, 3. Alt win con for the win. I mean, I think we just win anyway. Oh, please, 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 good game. So, attack with everything. And then do we have enough white? Halo Fountain. Untap 15 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Submit. We win the game. The alt win con for the win. Yeah, cool. I wish there was some sort of thing where it just like shot them with the Halo Fountain, but yeah, cool. Good game, nice. And it's the Doge versus the Bird. We have ourselves Calyx. And I'm not that fussed because we have Beseju. and we have some evasive stuff, so I think we go, let's just play. I think Hall of the Storm Giants into Siren Storm Taper isn't a bad move. If we can hold on to Beseju, that'd be fantastic, but oh, look at that. Just gonna go all out here. No, in no way, like, caring about our protection creatures. They might have... Oh, In Search of Greatness, cute. Cool, well, we're gonna play Beseju. Start drawing some cards. Mill a card, deal 1 damage, deal 3 damage, gain 1 life, mill one of their cards, draw a card. Boom, boom, boom. Nice, get rid of that card. That is a good card to get rid of. And the thing is, they can scry all they like, but... oh no, it's their upkeep, so they do actually get the card they scry. Sure. Sure. They'd need a really cheap wipe to get rid of all this. But no, they play the Naturalist. I'm gonna snag the Naturalist with the Fairground Warden. Be gone. There we are, and get in for 5. Draw a card. Nice, we got the Ambitious Farmhand, pardon me, which is never getting flipped for Coven because... Oh, nice, we just got rid of Shadow of the Sky. Very happy about that. Cool, they're bottoming. Assuming they've got a board wipe pretty soon. Even if they have a board wipe, the nice thing is Rigo's here. We can't counter... The board wipes are what we're weak to. Okay. Archon of Sun's Grace. Do we just get even more involved and just play the Deputy of Detention? I think so. Say goodbye to that too. Continue to deal damage. Ah, and they've given up. 2 minutes. I consider that a legitimate win, though. This is busted. I think it's busted. And we're finally against the scary Jetmir, who is also going to be going quite wide. We have no white mana, so we have to ship this one. We also have no white mana here, but we have Arcane Signet. We can play the Expendable Lackey on turn 1, which means that all is well. We have our 1-drop that attacks, and we have our fixing for the commander, and we can always get ourselves a cute little fish, who are just fantastic in this deck. I love the fish. I'm just so excited about the fish. I definitely want to make a standard disposable pets deck, or whatever it's called. Not exotic pets, pardon me. So, yeah, so we go Experimental Lackey, Arcane Signet, Rigo, and then just the rest will be history, I assume. The only problem is that if they've got an enchant, it's a really small problem, but Masked Vandal might not be useful for a while, but Jetmir is notorious for caring about creatures. So it's very likely they're going to care about creatures in this game. So we've already spent half the time that took last time to kill our last opponent, waiting for them to keep their mulligan. Of course, they can take their time. Jetmir is cool. Having kind of engaged with the story a little bit this time around, kind of wish we saw more of Jetmir and the other mob bosses. It seems that Jetmir is kind of starring, but you're kind of like, what is this demon cat thing? And what kind of attitude does it have? What's his favorite flavor of ice cream? Yes, it would seem that they're timing out on the mulligan aspect of things. It might just be that Rigo is a scary commander already, as it is. Yeah. Well, at least, so the benefit of having recording software is that you can time exactly how long each game is. And if your opponent does nothing from the standstill, I can tell you exactly how much time it wastes of your life. So far, this has been 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So it's almost exactly, it's probably 2 minutes because I probably recorded it earlier. Yep, we'll keep this. As we've already decided, start off the Expendable Lackey. See if they continue to play. If not, we'll just fast forward. Okay, so we got a win, but we'll count that as a 3.5 again, because, So after the last game where we did nothing, and just let our opponent lose, we have managed to get enough, what are they called? Mastery points or whatever, to actually use the brokers. face, avatar, whatever you want to call it. This one looks pretty fun. I like the Legion's Landing turn 1, the Incubation during turn 2. The only thing is a Hapatra is a pain, is a massive pain for our deck. So this is gonna be the uphill battle. I think Hapatra is the perfect opponent for this deck, and I would not be surprised if we do not get very far. So we'll Temple Garden into the Legion's Landing. And then we'll have it and Trick a Decaphile to block Hapatra, but it does look bad if we don't draw another land. Oh, okay. They're not even playing Hapatra, so that's really good. And we did draw the land, so that's fantastic. We can just go Incubation Druid in that case. Nice. Priest of Forgotten Gods, of course, here to allow them to be real snaky. Sacrifice their snakes. But Rigo doesn't like -1/-1 counters. That's one of the few things Rigo really does not like, but I think we can get just fine here. Yeah, because we can block Patra with Rigo, so we might as well just get the card out of the Vampire so we get our land. There it is, nice. Also, Patch Up, super nice card in this deck. Returns 3 creatures to a card with total mana of 3 or less in the graveyard of the battlefield. So if Rigo dies here, we can just bring him back straight away, which would be really, really nice. I assume... Okay. Am I right in thinking that if this is... Okay, if it has a +1/+1 counter, not a -1/-1 counter. But still, Rigo can block something, so we can stop one of these things being a problem. We'll let Rigo block the Hapatra here. Yeah, this is a bit of an annoying turn of events, but Otawara does help. Is this each legendary permanent? No, each legendary creature. So, I think if we... this is interesting. Arcane Signet into Triska... Oh no, Guardian Project's pretty nice, isn't it? But we really are going to start getting overrun with snakes if we don't have some blockers around, so... Yeah, we'll just leave it there. The Splendid Agony is a very good card against us, so we might have our first loss with the deck, which would be a bit sad, but, you know, not the end of the world. What are they choosing to do here? Have they run out of land drops? If they have, they might just Priest, which would save us a bit of time. Or at least it would help out a lot if they just chose to use the Priest. Okay, Snakey Snake, and Hapatra, so Hapatra can be blocked. And the snakes can just do their snaky thing. Uh-oh, is that a combat trick? It is a combat trick, that's a shame. But they are allowing us to draw a lot here. If we do Reconnaissance Mission. Yeah, because they're going to sacrifice 2, right? And sacrifice 2 snaky snakes? To get rid of our stuff? Nice, okay, that's great. So that means we can just get rid of Incubation Druid. Or maybe we should have got rid of Rigo. Now they have 4 mana, so they're going to do something else, aren't they? And if they play a land, they have 5. Ooh, very good. Yeah, I can't say I'm not concerned. Ooh, is Otawara good for anything else? I don't think it is. How many creatures do we have? We have 2 creatures. This is actually not working great. Let's just do the Tome Raider, see what that gets us. All of the Storm Giants is a bit nicer, isn't it, I suppose? And maybe we just... Oh, what else do we have in terms of wipes? This is very bad for our Dusk Dawn wipe. Maybe we should have just something else in terms of wipes to deal with stuff like this. Yeah, we don't really have much that can help us out here unless we get approached pretty soon. Yeah, I think they've won, and that's fine. Hapatra, yeah, Hapatra is a very good counter to Rigo, and is just, in general, a very good commander, so I'm not very sad to lose to it. Huh. Are you just going to sacrifice the 2 assassins this time? That's a bit of a bizarre move in my mind. I guess the Tome Raider can kill the Vraska, is that the reason why? Yeah, I mean, we're just going to sacrifice our commander. Because then it gets another shield counter. I mean, they have got 5 mana again, haven't they? And they're still trying to draw lands. But, I don't know. Whenever you put 1 or more... Yeah, okay, that's really bad. Or maybe we should have just patched up Rigo. That might have been a better move. Yeah, let's just say good game. This is a super nasty deck for us to face, and I'm happy to lose with it. Our final one is a good one to face. It is the Planeswalker Tezzeret Betrayer of Fresh Betrayer of Flesh. And we have quite a nice hand, realistically. We could do Prosperous Innkeeper into Guardian Project, or we could just not. Let's see how we go. Guardian Project, very, very, that's a roller coaster. I suppose, what does Tezzeret play? Tezzeret went, oh, hello, that's quite nice. I like that. Hello. Tanuki vibes. Let's go Prosperous Innkeeper. I think if we can get a, they're going to be quite slow. We really want Guardian Project, but if they look like they're going to counter some stuff, then I think maybe just going Farmhand might be the way to go. 2 blue mana open. Oh, Mind Stone, fantastic. Okay. In that case, oh yeah, and we just got 1-drop, so we definitely don't want to play the Ziggurat. We need to play Otawara and the Guardian Project. Yep. Nice. So we should be drawing 3 cards next turn if we play Rigo, Expendable Lackey, and everything goes to plan. I imagine they're just playing Tezzeret? No! Oh, okay. That does die to Dusk, fortunately enough, so that's quite nice. Artifacts being cheaper, though, you can't help but be a little bit concerned. Or maybe we just go... do we want to go Rigo? Yeah, let's go Rigo. Gain a life, draw a card. Expendable Lackey. Gain life, draw a card. And attack with the Innkeeper, draw a card. Yeah, no, I think that's what we want to be doing. Back up to 7. Cool. Yeah, I think one of the big tips with this would be don't be scared to sacrifice the rubbish 1-drops because, well, not the rubbish ones. I mean, this is one of the more rubbish ones in my mind. And now, yeah, Malevolent Hermit's not going to be doing much. Cool. And we've got the Crater Hoof. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll play the... Let's play them from worst to best. So we'll start off with the Ambitious Farmhand, which we really don't care if it gets countered. Because we are fine for planes. And the Coven's never going to go off. Okay, cool. Draw 2 cards. Yep. Get the planes. In fact, Jacob shouldn't be in here. Jacob shouldn't be in here because it doesn't work in the way we want it to. How much does it cost to exile the Expendable Lackey? Annoyingly enough, we need a 1-drop. That's not a 1-drop, but maybe we'll get one from the Expendable Lackey. Pardon me. Dragon Turtle, huh? Okay, that's fine. It's Rigo's not attacking. Cool. Maybe we should stop sacrificing our own creatures now that we have the Crater Hoof, but no, we'll discard an island, actually, because white mana is the key here. They can counter a non-creature, but we don't have many non-creatures. They are going to start making 4/4s out of things, though, right? No. Oh, yeah. What's the ultimate on this? Eesh, that's a very good ultimate. Okay, but they can't counter our non-creatures this turn, so it might just be time to use the Dusk, which kills 2 of their things. Yeah, let's do Dusk. And then Jacob? Or do we want to fish? Yeah, let's Tangled Florahedron, because then we draw a card and also it's a mana talk for later, isn't it? Cool, and there is a cheap card to play. They could block both of these, but then they lose the Hermit. Let's see. Oh, also we could have attacked. So I believe the way this works, when they have a Planeswalker, we're actually have quite a nice benefit of we can attack the Planeswalker and the player, and we get a card for each one. But really we want to keep Tezzeret in check here. And we have a bunch of nice 1-drops that we can lead into. And we also have Dusk now. I mean Dawn. So we can get countered by Malevolent Hermit, basically. But that means they don't want to attack with Malevolent Hermit very much. So they're not going for the making creatures out of artifacts thing here. So we go creature, creature, creature. Draw a free card, draw another card. Also, Tezzeret gets weaker. If we've got loads of creatures, it's going to be really hard for them to keep Tezzeret alive. First for knowledge, very good. Presumably they have an artifact they want to discard. This is a good finale. Esper Sentinel will be nice as well. That might provide us an in for playing Dawn if we need to play Dawn. But they're mono blue, so they won't have a... oh, okay. Mecha Titan Core. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hexproof from blue. So we'll go Esper Sentinel. Draw a card. Oh, we should have done Soul Warden first, of course. Draw a card. We basically have an emblem already that draws us so many cards that it's broken. Elysian and Caryatid. Next turn we can try for Crater Hoof if we have enough green, which we currently don't, so we need to keep that in mind. Arcane Signet is okay because we have Mana Dorks. And maybe we're drawing enough where we don't mind attacking with Rigo, especially as Rigo has the shield counter at this point. Draw a card, gain a life. Oof. Shame Hushbringer does not much in this game. We'll all go in on Tezzeret, I think, yes. And they can kill one of our Mana Dorks, basically. And they can go for the Mecha Titan Core. Oof. Sacrificing the Mnemonic Sphere. We draw a card. We're now down to 73 cards in the library. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Why do we draw a card? Oh, we just draw our card because it's a card. I see. So Mecha Titan can not take out, but block Rigo, and Triska Decafile can block Tangle Flora. And once again, we should have tried to attack them, I think. Whenever you attack a player or planeswalker with one or more creatures, so that's an instant of attacking a player or a planeswalker. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works. We should give it a go next turn. But drawing 2 cards with this is pretty dope. Pretty dope. Cool, they've got Island. Mecha Titan Core isn't happening anytime soon. Ooh, Narset. Nice. I think that's a bit late, though. I think we're going to go for the big Crater Hoof finale, or at least we have Rabble Rousing. This is nice. That is pretty nice indeed. Does it mean each Planeswalker? Whenever a Planeswalker of one or more creatures, doesn't matter because we're not doing it. They can, however, not play that, can they? Can they play Invoke the Winds? They need another mana for it, surely. Clever Conjurer. Untap target permanent. Nice, so they can untap. There seems to be a combo that I might be missing, and they might have the combo, but they also now have 1 mana to not counter our Crater Hoof Behemoth, who we can play because we've got a Fabled Passage, fantastic. And Arcane Signet, so yeah. Even if they have like a Tithe, which they won't because they're blue, but there's a blue Tithe, isn't there, for 1. So yeah, I think we've won. I mean, Crater Hoof gives them all trample, right? Yeah. No, yeah, it does. It gives everything trample, including itself. So, yeah, I think it's a matter of we have 8 mana, we have Crater Hoof, GG. If they let us have our turn, what could they have? Unsummon? I'm not sure. Or they might just have an attitude of not wanting to let us win. And we're back, and they've played a Raven. They've played a Silver Raven, so they're going to scry 1. Cool. So I guess we just win with the Crater Hoof, right? I don't know. Are they dissatisfied with the fact that we're going to win for Crater Hoof? I think maybe. Well, let's just see, shall we? Fabled Passage for green. For a moment, I thought Narset was the Ashiok that didn't let you search your library, but fortunately it isn't. So we go Crater Hoof Behemoth. And they say Sad Face. Or, no, they're just going to times out again, so we'll... oh, no. Okay, cool. Draw. Give everything +7/+7 and trample. And gain 1 life. Nice. That's what I call triggers, although we don't even get to draw there. Hey-ho, here comes the troops. Do we have enough where we can see if we get multiple triggers off this? Let's see. I guess we do, but I don't know why the triggers aren't triggering. Oh, because none of them are 1/1s, so it doesn't matter. None of them have 1 power, so Rico's not going to do anything. Yeah, of course. So, yeah, I think that's 29 damage. 29, they're on -29. Cool. Fantastic. Well, I'm just going to float over to some stats in a second, so give me 1 second. We're going to go over to Untapped GG. So here we can see that we have Street Smarts, the deck with this one we just played, has got the best win rate out of any deck we've played. Of course, there are some here which we've only played a few games with. Hitsugu, for some reason, it didn't clock all the games we played with it. So out of all of the decks we played, it is now this one that is by far the one that won. The one loss we've had was against Hapatra, which is an excessively good deck against our deck. Followed by Tolsimir, which we did get the 5-0 with at one point, and we got a 5-0 as well with Samut. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 5-0 with our Vampire deck, and then obviously right at the bottom we have our Got Crabs deck. This one you haven't seen yet. So anyway, we're going to move on to this one at some point when, run out of things to do. So yeah, cool. So thank you for enjoying. I would really recommend this deck. Playing around with it, it is very much a Raffello, not Raffello, the blue-green elf guy who gets you loads and loads of cards, playing loads and loads of small creatures, or a Toski deck. But I don't know. It seems to play really well. Seems to really do the right thing. I don't think we need Approach of the Second Sun in there at all. So yeah, cool. Thank you very much for joining. If you've enjoyed, please mention it to somebody close to you who might consider subscribing. All right, have a good one. Bye.